All my neighbors label me the bad one. Passion, eating in the game, look at Pac-Man. Off the corner, catch him swinging through the airport. Empty me, I'm losing empathy, I used to care more. Now I'm eating ramen, but prepare more.
Let's get a little weird. Let's get a little odd. Those sounds you like to hear. We got it going on. It's the OddCast. It's the OddCast. It's the OddCast. It's the OddCast.
You're all good. Hello. Welcome again to the OddCast, where stuff that's odd gets the nod. We have an extra special guest tonight. My man, JM. Introduce yourself.
JM Vercetti.
JM Vercetti in the fucking building tonight.
That's right.
You know, we're going to talk all things rap. We're going to break it down. We're going to tell you what JM has to bring to the table in terms of his own rap. We're going to talk about rap in general. We're going to talk about merchandising in rap. We're going to talk about everything, man. It's going to be a really cool episode. So, you know, Jay, why don't you just break it down? Tell us what you got going on right now. Tell us about your latest projects that you have coming up. And, dude, let me ask you one question first. Sorry, because I've listened to all your stuff now. Why in the fuck don't you have about 1 billion followers? Your shit is so damn clean. Your shit is so damn smooth. Your production value is high. Your image is cool as fuck. I love the fact you're incorporating TV shows and movies into your tracks.
Thank you. I feel like I have an answer for that, and we can definitely talk about that. But before we get into that, I have to say RIP to the goldfish. I forgot his name. His name escapes me right now.
Inspector Clouseau.
Inspector Clouseau passed away. He left us. So RIP, Inspector Clouseau. You know what I'm saying? Say a prayer. I feel like every artist, especially up and coming, especially right now, just because it's like so many artists, like because music is so easily created these days, there's a slew of artists, so I feel like it's like kind of a little more difficult to get noticed right now, you know what I mean? They was actually having this debate on I don't know if you listen to Joe Budden's podcast.
I do.
They was literally just having this debate about, is it harder for artists to get popping now versus like the 90s when like artists was hustling like CDs and shit like that. You had to you needed a radio single. You know what I'm saying? You needed an A&R, you needed a label. So now it's kind of switched. Like you don't need any of that shit.
But there's more people.
There's more people. That was the main argument. You know what I'm saying? So it's like back then it wasn't as many people as it is now, but you needed there was way more face-to-face grind shit that you had to do. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's
selling
super
shit
interesting.
out the trunk. Yeah, so it's a good argument to have, but I think honestly, it's tough to say. Back then, it was really hard because you know what? I'll say this. I think it depends where you're from. If you're from I'm from Delaware, you know what I'm saying? Obviously I moved out here, but if you're from Delaware and you couldn't move, or you're from Maine or fucking Nebraska or some shit, I feel like back then in the 90s, it was damn near impossible because you couldn't get to a radio, you couldn't get to an A&R without moving to LA or New York or Atlanta. Wow. Now, you can be from anywhere and pop off. You feel me? Fucking, who's popping right now? Fucking Lil Pump, he's from Florida, that's kind of a big market, but fuck, if he was still as talented as he is and made the same music, he could be from fucking Alaska. You know what I'm saying?
That's a very fair point.
Just upload that shit.
Yeah.
He's popping.
Well, just the access to, you're talking, the access to SoundCloud, the access to YouTube, the access to everything is really improved the, ability. But it's also made it so there's more people because there's that accessibility.
And not even that, it used to be just SoundCloud and YouTube. Now it's so easy to upload your shit to streaming services, which everybody has. I remember when I first started making music, my shit was on SoundCloud and stuff like Audio Mac and shit like that. And I would send it to people and it'd be it'd be hard to play for them because then they gotta go to the site or download the app. But now it's so easy to be yo, do you have Spotify? Nah, I got an iPhone. Alright, well, it's on Apple Music too, so you don't got no excuse not to support it. You know?
Exactly, especially with, social media, Instagram, where you can kind of just, send it over to people. We were saying, why don't you tell everyone what the new project that is coming out right now, the episodic feature that's really freaking cool.
Yeah, so it's called The Color of Sound Theory. And my idea behind that was Well, first we gotta kind of go back a little bit. We can just a little bit. We can go back a little bit.
Excellent.
So everybody, like people that know me and like actually follow me, like knew me back like when I was in college and Philly and shit like that. They knew that I was dropping music and I had a little drop off after Family Game Night. So I had a little drop off, some personal things happen. You feel me?
Okay.
And it kind of fell off. You know what I'm saying? Like not fell off. It was like in the public eye. Just like I couldn't make music. You know what I'm saying? Like just had some relationship issues and I couldn't create music. You feel me? Went down like a really like dark path. You know what I'm saying? Let's start off with the dark shit. So we
yeah.
So you feel me? So I went back like a really dark path. Like this was after, skipping ahead a little bit. I moved to the Bay and then skipping ahead, I got a job opportunity in SoCal. So you know I took that just to get some independence because in the Bay I was living with my aunt. Shout out to Iris, my homie. So I was living with my aunt, and then I got some opportunity to, you know, be independent, which I'm all about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love my aunt, but I like my own space, and I like to create when I can create, you know what I mean? So I took the opportunity, got my own spot down here, and then, like, the week that I moved out here, I dropped Family Game Night, which was super dope, but that was also the week that I got into some real crazy relationship type shit. Like it was all types of fucked up.
And that was like right after you dropped Family Game Night, which
like,
is an incredible album.
It was like literally like it all happened within the same week. Like I moved down. I had a show where I opened up for Currency. Shout out Spitter, Jet Life.
Yeah, that was on the third tour, right?
Yeah. So I opened up for him in Santa Cruz. But like after that, like that's when the decline happened because I did that. I came down. It was all crazy. So after that, you know, I just got in a really dark space, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, I couldn't create, you know what I'm saying? I saw the end. That's what I said, what I say on the track, I said, I really saw the devil. He wanted my soul, on Stranger Things. I was like, I really saw the devil, he wanted my soul. Like, I was like, that's real shit. Like, I actually, like, you know what I'm saying, saw, like, some crazy shit. But, you know, it's weird. You know, it's crazy how I got out of it. Crazy shit. Well, I'm a God-fearing person, so obviously I pray to God. But this is how it happened, right? So going back to the Joe Budden podcast, he was talking about 11/11s and how he like wishes on 11/11s and shit like that.
I always do too.
So like I never did, but he said that, and like when he like right after like they was talking about it, like it was 11/11, and then like. I don't want to like, so I was like, I didn't want to just wish to nothing, so I just prayed, which I hadn't did in a while at that point. So I just prayed to God, and I was like, God, I just want my passion back. Like I didn't ask for a rollie. Like I was broke at this point, you feel me? Like I was like struggling with money and shit like that. I didn't ask for like my rent paid. I didn't ask for like my light bill to be paid. I was like, God, I just want my passion back. You feel me? Like that's all I asked for. And then like it didn't happen right away. You know what I'm saying? But like gradually it happened. Like
I'm sure you had to work at it too.
Yeah, for sure. Because so what happened after that was I was like, all right, I want to make music, even though I can't create. Like I just want to make music. So I hit up my brother. Shout out 3 AM Snipes.
3 AM Snipes, shout out.
That's my like my actual brother. Like we're blood related.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I hit him up and I was like, I want to get back to creating music. Can you just like create some artwork and that'll inspire me? You feel me? Like, and then
Your brother is an artist.
Yeah, he makes all my artwork for the sound, the cloud.
Dude, whoa! Shout out 3 AM Snipes artwork. If you need artwork done,
3 AM at 3 AM Snipes, he'll get you. Mention me, I'll get you the homie price just because you watch this, and that's the homie. So if you watch this and you say, "Hey, JM Vercetti said you're gonna give me the homie price," I got you. I get you the homie price. But anyway, so I hit him up and I was like, yeah, just send me some artwork, just, you know what I'm saying, just to inspire me and maybe I'll come up with something. And then he sent me a bunch of stuff, and one of the things that he sent me is basically what you're seeing now, the color sound theory. But that didn't happen, like, that didn't click right away. I just saw it and I thought it was dope, and I was like, you know, I made my edits. I was like, all right, well, we can do something like that, this, that, and the third. And then from there, it kind of morphed into it, and I just kind of got the idea. So, but to your original question, the color sound theory, it came from when I originally moved to the Bay. I came out here to pursue music and film, because film is like my second passion. Like,
really?
Yeah, screenwriting. I was going to school in San Mateo. Shout out San Mateo Community College. What's the receiver from Patriots? Give me a receiver.
They got Josh Gordon now.
Edelman.
Julian Edelman. He went to San Mateo?
He went to, I believe so. It was either Edelman or Wes Welker, but I think it was Edelman.
Ooh.
Edelman went to San Mateo.
It's
San
a
Mateo.
short white slot receiver.
Yeah, for sure. But one of them went to, I think it was Edelman though. But yeah. So I was out there for film, going for screenwriting because that was like my second passion. Like,
Dude, that's awesome.
I love film. You feel me? So I kind of mixed those passions with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can definitely tell that from, I mean, whether it's you know, spider senses, as we were talking earlier, you know, whether it's spider senses, whether it's Stranger Things, whether it's the 900 where you kind of, you know, reference Paid in Full. I can definitely tell that you have a passion for both TV and movies, and that really is cool.
Well, that was the thing. Before I went off through all my bullshit, like before Family Game Night, I had an idea for another project that now I wanted to be my album called A Night at the Movies. A Night at the Movies was 900 kind of spawned idea for Night at the Movies. It was basically the same type of concept, like grabbing ideas from different types of movies. That's why this project that I'm doing right now, you'll notice there's no movies in it. It's all like either sound, but it's anything but movies.
Yeah.
I'm saving the movies. 'Cause I got a bunch of shit for movies. Like that's the big
picture.
Yeah.
This is the battle. That's the war.
Exactly. So all of these, you'll notice like there's no movies in it. It's TV shows. It's quotes. It's like memes, like from online, like
that's
Spider
awesome.
Senses. That's a funny ass meme. I'll show it to you after this. But yeah. So this one. But yeah. So like I said, it kind of my brother Sid kind of got the ball rolling. Sent me some stuff, and I'm like, all right, boom. And I kind of got the idea of the color of sound. I'm surprised nobody thought about that. Like the color of sound, like that sounds. I was super surprised nobody ever did something like that. But anyway, so
I like how you use the British spelling too for the color with the OUR.
Because I'm so skeptical of like people doing stuff before me. So I'm like, all right, even if they did do it, I'm gonna change the. That's the only reason I did it. Like just in case anybody thought of the color of sound, they didn't do it like this.
Because you're just such a creator. You don't want. I mean.
I don't like matching and doing shit that other people do. So.
Yeah, remakes.
yeah. So But yeah, so with this one, it's just like, so I'm basically focused on all the colors that I want to focus on. I think I want to do, I don't want to give out a number just because I don't know. I have an idea of how many I want to do and when I want to end it. And because I already have ideas for season 2. I want to keep this going for like a while. You know what I'm saying?
Are you kidding?
No, that's serious. Like
shout outs to that.
My brother's pissed at me because like he's making artwork like for like, he actually today, on this day, what's today, the 2nd?
Today's the 2nd.
He just sent me the shit for Purple, which is 4, I think, 4 or 5. So like I'm asking him for shit like for episodes like that are coming out like in months, and he's like frustrated. He's like, these aren't even done yet. Why are you asking for this? I'm like, I just want everything ready, because that's the thing that I've been on. I'm really like about consistency. Because I remember like back when I was making music when I first started. Yeah. Shout out my homie Mo F and Moolah.
Mo F and Moolah.
On Twitter, and Instagram, I think. Still.
Get at him.
But that's my homie. But one thing he said, like him and along with a couple other people that really like saw the talent in me. Shout out Alan. Shout out Turk. Shout out Mac. He was the one that gave me like the hardcore criticism, like, yo, you're dope, but you're just not consistent. Like, he said that. I was trying to find the tweet just so I could like frame it on my wall, because like I always think about that, because he's like, back then I didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, could you break that down for people who, sorry to interrupt, can you break that down for people, because like a lot of people maybe who aren't tuning in aren't artists and stuff. What do you mean by like, because obviously you're still, maybe even if you still create something dope, it may not be considered consistent. What's the difference between that?
I think what he meant, and he might not even have meant this, but how I took it as like, is like the consistency of releasing music and being an artist. You know what I'm saying? I think he felt like I would release music as like a straight artist, and then I would go back to being like, you know, just a regular person that wasn't trying to take it serious, even though he knew I know I was, but like it didn't seem like that to other people, so it was hard for other people to take me serious. You know what I'm saying?
I totally
and also
see what you're saying.
The frequency of the releases. You know,
of course, yeah, that's inherently
I would
important.
drop something, and then like I would go through something, because I'm a Cancer. First of all, shout out to all my Cancer babies.
Oh wow.
So I get emotional, like I'm hella emotional. You know what I'm saying? So I drop something, and then something will happen, like the last time, like Family Game Night. Drop something happened, and then like, you know, it all spirals. But now as I'm getting older, I'm learning to like, all right, to deal with shit differently. You know what I'm saying?
Stick and move, roll with the punches.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're gonna come in. The punches are gonna come in.
Life doesn't stop. You feel me? Like you can go through a bunch of bullshit, but life don't stop. You feel me?
On
That's
the
just
next
something
one.
I had to learn when I got older. You feel me? But yeah, like I was saying, he said that, and I've been thinking about that. So I'm really concerned about being consistent. Like that's why I'm on my brother's ass. Like I need this artwork because I don't want it last minute. It needs to come out when I want it to come out.
And your brother's on your ass about, hey, chill out.
Yo, our fucking Instagram like messages is like just a bunch of gifts. But it's so funny, dog.
It's
like
brutal.
Yo, oh my god, yes. Like it's so funny. I'll show it to you after this. Like,
Oh
me and
my God.
my brother is like top 5 funniest people. If you get us in the same room, nah, like nobody fucking with us.
Dude, you guys got to do a freaking stand-up tour together. That would
Probably,
be
we
insane.
we could probably do something. Like we would probably do something like this, and it'll be funny as hell. But
Dude, that would be insane. I'd love to have him on here.
I'm trying
hey,
I'm trying to get him to move out to Cali, but my mom doesn't want him to move out.
he's still right out there in Newcastle.
No, he's in Dover actually.
Oh, Dover, okay.
Yeah, capital. He's
Shout out to
down
Dover.
Shout out to Dover, and Delaware State is where he's at right now.
First state, no taxes, as I heard in one of your raps. I can't quote the exact track right now, but
I can't quote it either. So. But yeah, I definitely said that though.
Yeah.
No, we don't have taxes.
and well, it's funny in DC,
Sales tax.
we do get taxed, but we get no representation. On our plate, it says no taxation without representation.
That's ironic.
Yeah, it's funny as hell. But dude, so I mean, yo, that's awesome. Yeah,
Oh, one more thing I want to touch on.
absolutely.
The colors, they all represent something. They all represent. Cause the reason. Oh, that's the other reason why I chose to do like the color thing, because like I said, I was studying film. And the color theories in film is a real big thing.
Oh, huge in terms of motifs and themes, of course.
Just search color and Breaking Bad. Like they're like a prime example of it. They're like they use color to elicit emotion out of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do the same thing with music. So every color and every episode, I want to focus on a certain emotion. Like for example, yellow. One of the emotions that is emotions that it usually brings about, or feelings that it brings about, is sickness. So for that one, I focused on the sickness of like addiction and struggling with being addicted to certain things. So
yellow episode 1 is that?
Yeah, that was
that's
episode,
toxins.
Yeah, toxins.
Makes sense.
Toxins is easy to figure out. Collisions is like, because you were asking me about this off camera.
Yeah.
The
meaning of I wanted to say
my days running together.
Yeah,
like,
days running
collision,
together like a
all
car
the smoking
collision.
and just drinking, because like at that time when I was making that, like I was the thing about me getting back into music was it was like I said, I couldn't create music, and I still couldn't at that time, but it was easier to do it intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? Now, like right now, I'm in a pretty good place where I can do it like not intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do it sober now, and that's how I was when I was making Family Game Night. Like Family Game Night, most of that shit is sober.
Oh, you can.
Surprisingly,
yeah.
like the commissary verse is one of my that second verse is stupid. I don't care what nobody says.
No, I gotta grab the iPad to get.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, keep going though.
That verse is stupid, you feel me? But I did all that shit sober. Like it might be like 1 or 2 songs that I was like intoxicated, and that was like on accident. Like I was at a party or something, and I just thought of it.
And just came back and was like, I gotta get this in.
Exactly. But like most of that shit, I was sober. I was in a great place. But like, yeah, you can play that shit because that shit was hard.
Car Collision. It's just, that's a beautiful song. The other one I wanted to ask you about too was Off Family Game Night. Dude, The House of Gold, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great song, and shout outs to whoever did the chorus on that, cause
shout out to Tania, shout out to Love Stones, aka Brittany, my homie. If everything goes right and I get my label cracking, I'm getting both of them on the label, because Tania's hella dope. You know what I'm saying? She's from Delaware too, so I got her from 302 on. Yeah, she's from 302, and Brittany, she's from San Jose. She's from the Bay Area, so it's like both of my little homes. You feel me?
Yeah.
And if I can get them both on the label, or at least get them in positions to be on somebody's label, because they both have so much talent that they need to be making music. You feel me? Like I'm gonna get Tania back making music. She's not making music right now, but we coming back strong. But and Brittany's not either right now, for real. But Love Stones, but nah. But anyway, but the crazy one about that's one of the songs that I didn't do sober, but it was on accident. Cause I
That's
was
really?
Yeah.
So it applied to, wow, so tell me the story about that.
But the thing is though, it's like I wasn't drinking because I needed to.
No,
I was
it's
drinking
just
because I was having a good time. I was back home actually when I made that one. I was
In the
back home.
302?
Yeah, I was in Pennsylvania, Philly area.
Okay.
And I was with my cousins, Mike, cousin Chris, shout out cousin Mike, cousin Chris.
Shout out.
Aunt Kara, Uncle Joe, Xavier, cousin Joe, what's up?
Boom.
So I was there at their old house. They actually just moved into a new house, but I was on their house. I call it the farm because it's big as shit. But I was just having a good time. Like I love being around my family. I miss my family, so I was just drinking, having a good time. And like I heard that beat, and that shit was just so cold. So and then I came up with the hook. And most of my hooks that I come up with, they start as verses, and then I get to the hook, and I'm like, oh nah, that would be hard right there. So I just move it to the hook.
Wow, really? That's happened. That's what usually happens when you're creating a song.
Black Diamonds and Ballas, it happened. That's the first time it happened.
On number one.
The first one.
The first one, because
Black Diamonds and Ballas, the first one. Like I wrote the hook as a verse. Like that's how I started the verse. So about Church's dream and his style for black, and then the hook came, and I was like, nope, moving that, and then I just started my verses.
Wow.
But so it was one of those things. So I was just writing. I was like, oh, this shit dope. So that whole song, I wrote the whole thing. I mean, shout out to them. They did great vocally, but I wrote everything on that.
Wow.
You know, like the hook and everything.
Wow.
But yeah, that's just one example of like, but anyway, that song, it was just like I was in a good place, and I was just thinking like I wanted it to be the outro for real, but I already had
Family.
Welcome to the Family.
Welcome to the Family.
So I'm like, well, I just gotta throw it on there because this joint's hard. You feel me? But,
dude, well, especially because shout outs to your uncles and cousins. I mean, you literally say that in that track, which is one thing look, whether it's when you refer in a couple of tracks about your friends, or you talk about a couple times of rapping in the basement, rapping in your mom's basement. You have R.I.P. Pop Pop on Family Movie Night. So talk a bit about like family and the influence of family within your music and just you as a human being.
It's huge. Actually, that kind of inspired Family Game Night. It's my family. Because my dad's side of the family is huge. They got like 10 or 11 brothers and sisters. I can't even keep track. Yeah, big family.
So you got uncles and aunts up the wazoo.
Cousins, all that. You feel me? Like I got a big family, and it keeps growing because people keep having babies. Shout out to Chris. You know what I'm saying, I think Chris was the newest addition.
Shout out to Chris. Hope nothing but the best.
He just had a baby.
That's awesome.
But yeah, just keep adding, so it just keeps getting bigger. But anyway, like before it even got that big, I thought it was big. It was big to me because like it was big to all my friends. Like none of my friends had a big family like that, so it was just a big family. But anyway, every Thanksgiving we used to go to my mom's house. We like physically we can't do it anymore because it's just too many of us. We physically can't do it.
Hey, when the record label's popping though.
Yeah, exactly.
The compound.
I'm getting a farm. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so we always used to go to my mom's house in Southwest Philly. Shout out Southwest, SWP.
Is that near Reading?
Southwest Philadelphia.
That's the opposite way, right? Yeah.
But,
my mom's from Reading.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
No, shout out to Reading.
Shout out to Reading.
But yeah, so we always used to go out there and be all my uncles and cousins and shit. And that's when like my uncles were like heavy into like Madden. Like that was the thing. So it'd be like a big ass Madden tournament. You feel me?
Oh, I'll smoke
like
you.
all my uncles are playing. Like, all right, who got next? This, that, and the third. And that's why I thought about Family Game Night, because like basically like a big ass Family Game Night. Like, cause like that's what I loved about Thanksgiving. Like everybody like the turkey and the ham and whatever. Like the food is cool, but I like going there. Like that's when I was little. And I didn't even play at the time. I just like watching them. You feel me? I wasn't good enough to play. Like they was serious. My cousin Chris, he was like, he's younger than me, but
he's nasty.
He was nice. He's still nice. I don't want to admit it, but he's still nice.
Does he go to any of the tournaments or anything?
Nah, he should though.
He should. Dude, okay.
I'm gonna say that to him, matter of fact.
Hey, shout out to Chris.
Chris, get into one of them tournaments, because they be having them in Philly. Why don't you just go to the tournament? But
it's
anyway.
huge out there. Yeah, anyway. Dude, that's really funny, though. I mean, because when you think of Family Game Night, like...
You think of, like, board games and shit.
Twister!
Yeah.
Like, let's get up! Twister! Like, yeah, let's play life!
Like, Thanksgiving was, like, really a family game. And we still do play, like, 2K and stuff, but it's, like, it's more of like the cousins, like the younger kids now. But back then it was like all my uncles was like heavy into Madden and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
Like
that's
that was
awesome.
the big one. So but like that was a long way to say like family is like super important to me. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
dude, I can clearly tell.
It's and it just like grew when I moved out here because I'm not near them as much. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a bunch of events that's happened, like people having babies. My cousin Mike just got engaged. Shout out to Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
He just got engaged, and you know, just a bunch of different things happening. You know what I'm saying? Positive and negatives. Like the positive, and it's crazy because they both hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like the positive hurt because like, damn, I wish I was there when, you know what I'm saying? They did this or they did that, and then like the negatives is like, damn, like.
That shouldn't
You
happen.
know, yeah, like somebody got like a disease or something like that. I don't want to really speak on it, but like somebody did this and that third, and then it's like, damn, I'm not there to like, you know what I'm saying, see my aunt or see my granny, you feel me?
Yeah.
So like it hurts regardless of any news that I get, you know what I'm saying? But it makes it that much better when I go back, you know what I'm saying?
I was gonna say, yeah. So I mean, that's I think that's a perfect segue to talk about like. So obviously, being from Newcastle, you know, look. Shout out to Castle, a small town of about. I mean, I only had access to the 2010 census, but it was 5,000 people.
He said the number.
But
that's not a lot of people.
Yeah. But I mean, it's interesting. You know, they filmed Dead Poet Society there in 1989. Shout out to Robin Williams. But you know, they got shout outs to what's it called? You know, Jessup's Tavern, the Doghouse.
Doghouse, the tavern. I've been to both of those.
Yeah. But so moving on from that, what was it like moving from, you know, Newcastle to the Bay and then subsequently Southern California, and how did that influence you both as a person and as an artist? I know that's a very open-ended question.
No. Well, as far as music-wise, I'll keep it music.
Okay, cool.
I feel like the East Coast in general has a hard time supporting each other from the East Coast, and I'm not completely sure why. I really don't. I think speaking on Delaware specifically, I feel like because at the time, like when I moved out there wasn't a lot of people to become successful out of Delaware. So it's like when you see somebody trying to do music or something creative, it's like, why are you trying to do that? Like nobody's ever done that. You know what I'm saying? Like that small town mentality. It's like,
wow.
It's like, all right, you might be good, but nobody like really supports because it's like you're just gonna be like everybody else because that's one of my motivations for trying to make it, because like all these kids need to see is one person do it. And now we have, like, I'm not even the first, like we have people now, like we have Sap, we have Star, you know what I'm saying? We got mad people from Delaware, you
putting
feel me?
on,
but not like, I feel like not like in like the like that light, you know what I'm saying? And I like I said, I don't need to be the first one to do it, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like Star is like, she's like one of the first to be like in that light. Like Star, she wrote like what's that Rihanna song on her last album? What's that song? The Anti song on Needed Me. Thank you, I appreciate you. Great but yeah, she wrote Needed Me. She's from Delaware, little girl from Delaware. She wrote Needed Me by Rihanna, and she wrote a couple other big records. So she's like popping. Like Sap, rest in peace. He made
rest in peace.
No, not rest in peace to Sap. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. He made Donald Trump. He made the beat to Donald Trump.
No way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sap. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's from Delaware. Yeah, rest in peace, Mac Miller. And he made a couple records for Mac Miller. Thoughts on the Balcony is the only one I put up right now.
Wow.
Thoughts on the Balcony and Donald Trump. Yeah. So Delaware is like, you know, we on the cusp.
It's on the low key popping end,
yeah,
but
I was saying, like, when I first started making music, it was like nobody really saw it happening. So it's like, why would we support you? You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, someone saying they're gonna go to the moon and they've never done it. It's like, how you gonna do it? Where's your rocket ship? How you gonna, like, don't worry about it, just support me. Like, tell people I'm going to the moon. Like,
well, that's gotta be
all you gotta do.
It's hard to even convince yourself at that point, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing that frustrated me, because it's like, if I'm your homie, I feel like, and that's the difference, dichotomy between Delaware, or yeah, I'll keep it Delaware and the Bay Area. The Bay Area's seen it done. They've seen Mac Dre, they've seen E40, they've seen Be Legit, Too Short. You know what I'm saying? They've seen it done. So when I went out there, motherfuckers supported, like, as soon as I hit the ground running out there, you feel me? And that was kind of lucky too, because I met like a lot of, like, I hooked up with a lot of good people like out there. Like, shout out to Ray, who hooked me up with Ocky. Shout out my homie Ocky. He's in Detroit right now performing.
Wow.
And that was like just a random shit. But like, even before that, like when I just put out music before I met them, anybody that I met, like, they was like, oh shit, you make music? You stay out here? He's like, you're not from here, but you stay out here? I'm fucking with it. Like, you in the Bay? All right, boom. Like, posting and shit. I'm not used to that. Like, honestly, let me tell you, and I bring this up to my homies all the time, but like, I was making music back in Delaware, and I literally had to beg my homies to like repost shit, retweet shit. Like, yo, please, can y'all, like,
really?
I'm dead ass. Like, retweet. Can y'all please post this? Like, I'm just, all I need is like, motherfuckers don't understand how far one little click goes. Like, that's why I put that quote in the beginning of No Juice when Rick Ross was talking. Because motherfuckers don't have that mindset. Like, Rick Ross was like, if I like it, I'm going to retweet it. Like, it costs nothing.
Costs nothing.
That's it. Just hit the button. You feel me? So, like,
that's interesting.
Between, like, the Bay, because the Bay shows love. Like,
well, you say in Collisions, you literally say, humbled by the Bay is one of the lyrics. Yeah. And I feel like that's what you're almost speaking to in a way now. That was one of your specific, humbled by the Bay. And I think it's the mutual appreciation, because, you know, as we're trying to also get the OddCast up and running, you know, we're trying to get the retweets, and that's one of the things that, I do it on air. I appreciate you reaching out and you know, us doing this together, because, you know, this is something where great minds think alike, and we're just trying to, you know, get some positivity out there and some good vibes going. Yeah,
and it's like once you find like a core people that's like really down to support you, because like honestly, I found my core people that like really fuck with me from the Bay and like just Instagram, for real. Wow. Instagram, like people that I fuck with on Instagram, like I wish I could like just look up y'all names real quick. I'll do it at the end. I'm just gonna look up random names.
I'll have it. We got it, yeah.
For sure. But just random people that like found my shit and started fucking with me, like never met me. Off the rip was like, yo, I fuck with your shit. Well, and just like post it, repost it, like my shit, like I really fuck with that.
That's something I'm sorry. I mean, look, I'm gonna take a minute here to toot your horn, because you ain't gonna toot it yourself. There's a reason for that, and like I said in the beginning, the quality of your music, not only the production value, but the lyricism, the whole vibe that it's giving off. It's like you said. It's funny that you said that you write screenplays, because you can tell it makes sense. That makes total sense, because what you're doing is almost bigger than music. It's kind of like a movement, and I really fuck with that.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And yeah, like, I think, like you said, the screenplay aspect plays a lot of part of that. Mm-hmm. You want to know a quick story real quick?
I would love to hear a quick story.
That started my interest in like writing screenplays and writing period. Like this was before even rap happened. Was I think I was in either 8th grade or 9th grade, and it was English class. And I was in Miss Cachet's class. Shout out Miss Cachet. She was my favorite top 3 favorite teachers, because she was when she was a hard ass, she was a hard ass. You feel me? But
it was due.
Yeah. She was, you know what I'm saying? When she was mad, she was mad. You feel me? But
mad for a reason.
Yeah. I was an asshole. But shout out Miss Cachet. But anyway, she was my English teacher. You know, in English class, you know, you read stories and shit like that. So. One class we read like this horror story, and I didn't like how it ended. I wish I could remember the story, but I didn't like how it ended. Did the Warriors win?
Let's see. Here, let me get over it. I'll just also check it.
Oh wait, what's the score right there?
Yeah,
they did.
They won 116-99.
Shout out to Dubs. Shout out to Bay. Got another. I'm a Bucks fan, but I support the Bay. You feel me?
Ooh, shout out to the Bucks, dude. The Bucks started this season off pretty damn mean.
Number 1 in the East.
Number one in these. I mean, look, their roster.
I don't know if we won tonight, because we played tonight. I don't know if we won, but shout out to the Bucks.
Shout out to the Bucks. Shout outs to just Shout out to Giannis in general. Shout out to who's your guys' head coach?
His name escapes me, because last time I was paying attention to this basketball, it was fucking Jason Kidd.
Oh gosh, he got.
And then he got fired, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, I think Jason Kidd was a kind of cool coach in a way.
I feel like he was. He was like, I feel like he was that cool teacher. You feel me? That
like you were talking about, Miss Cacchetti.
Oh, Gachet. Back to the story.
Yes, exactly. There we go.
So Miss Gachet, so I wrote, I heard the story and I didn't like how it ended, so I like wrote like the next chapter to it.
You wrote an alternate
not an alternate. I extended it because it ended on a cliffhanger, but I didn't like how the cliffhanger ended. Like, I'm all for cliffhangers, you feel me? But
it got to end if it's for the next season.
A cliffhanger has got to like either make you want for more or be like, oh shit, that's how it ended. Like,
kind of like The Sopranos in a way.
I was about to say Sopranos, but like,
perfect example. A lot of people didn't like that though.
But that's what I'm saying. It's got. I like The Sopranos, but I feel like your cliffhanger can't be that. It's got to be either or. It's got to be like, oh shit, like it's over, but like I'm satisfied with it.
I totally see where you're coming from.
Like, more could happen, but I'm satisfied if it's not, or it's like, oh, I can't wait till the next thing happens.
So what did you rewrite?
I honestly can't remember. It was like some weird story about. It was like a doll in the attic or something like that. I don't know. But I wrote like another whole chapter to it, like for fun. You know what I'm saying? And I showed it to her, and then she thought it was dope. So she like read it to like the other classes.
No.
And then she read it out. She read it out loud to my classes. I was so fucking nervous. I remember being at my desk, like my hand, cause my hands sweat anyway. So I was like, remember being at my desk, and like my desk was like fucking soaked, cause I was just like nervous. I was like, I can't, because she didn't tell me she was going to do it. It was like at the end of the class, and she was like, yeah, well, remember that story? Yeah, Tyrone. I was like, what the fuck? And I was just like, oh, shit. But everybody liked it, and she liked it, so I was like, all right, cool. And then after that, I just kept, because English, like, writing to me was always, like, easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, everybody was like, oh, we got another paper, this, that, and the third. I'm like, I say easy. Hey, I can't wait for paper. We say papers and math.
You just knock
Fuck
it out?
Math. Yeah, I hate numbers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Unless they're going into my bank account, I hate numbers. You feel me? Like, yeah. But words, that's easy. Knock that out. That's easy A's.
I mean, well, you know, the thing too about numbers too within school, it's like, when the fuck are you ever gonna be able to have to solve for X in real life?
Bro, listen. To the day I die, I'm gonna know the fucking Pythagorean theorem. And a squared plus b squared equals c squared, and I've not used it yet, and I'm very upset. I'm looking for somewhere to use it.
Well, you see, yeah, it's taking up capacity within your brain that could be used.
I have mad raps that I forget, but I can remember the goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
push the Pythagorean out. If you,
I can find the area of a circle. We could do that, but I can't remember the last verse I just wrote. But
wow,
anyway,
that is. You know, shout out to all you math teachers out there. I know it's a struggle, but at the same time,
for sure,
it's irrelevant.
I mean, I'm sure there are some professions.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
But like
my brother, shout out my brother Julius, and shout out Jaden, since I shout out everybody else. But shout out Julius and Jaden. I think Julius is gonna be like a fucking aircraft engineer. Like, motherfucker's smart. You know what I'm saying? And Jaden is fucking talented as like with art too. Like, he does art too. So like, I feel like me, Sid, and Jaden, we're all gonna be like the creatives, and my brother Julius, he's gonna be like fucking Elon Musk and fucking outshine all of us. Like, it just embarrasses us.
Shouts out to your parents. Jeez, you have some great freaking genes.
Yeah. Well, my aunt that I live with, she's a doctor. She's a doctor at Stanford. So it's like we got some shit in our shit. You know
That's awesome.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So. You know what I mean? We're destined for greatness. I believe that. And I believe in speaking things into existence. So, yeah, we're destined for greatness.
Yeah, dude, I remembered the track, by the way, where you talk about rapping your mom's face, and it's Rabbit Ass Mind off Family Game Night. Yeah. But, dude, so, look.
Funny story about that. One of the first beats I ever wrote to was when I was rapping in my mom's basement, that's where I used to, like, write my shit to.
Uh-huh.
And one of the first shits I wrote to was Run It by Chris Brown. That was like the first one I wrote and like recorded, like not recorded professionally. I had a PSP. Remember those?
Man, those are the dopest. I got a Nintendo Switch finally.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't got no game system right now. I just been too focused. Like, I don't even got cable in my crib. Like,
I love that.
I'm just too focused. You feel me? But I had a PSP and it had like a little thing where you could record. So I like played the song and recorded it. Like, just rapped it into the PSP.
Stop.
And that was like the first time I showed my parents like I was rapping. They thought I was pretty good, like, at the time. I know it's probably terrible, but, like, they were like, all right.
Well, I want to give a big shout out to that in terms of, I think also, too, I mean, on RIP Pop Pop off Family Game Night, there's a really cool voicemail at the end where you're talking about driving through Philly with your dad, and he says, you know, no matter what you're going to do, just, you know, aspire to be the best at it. And I think that ties into everything we've been talking about in regards to your push, in regards to how much family matters to you. And that was a powerful message.
Yeah, it was weird because and that's actually I was sober when I wrote that, but I wasn't sober when I had that conversation.
Wow.
So everything. I think I might have been drinking on the hook, but mostly everything from that I was pretty sober. But like when I called him, like, cause I wasn't even gonna put that on there. It was just a conversation. But I knew I wanted to have conversations on my thing, so I always had the recorder running. So like I just had called him one time. I was listening to the song and I was drunk. I was just talking to him. I don't even think you could tell I was drunk on there, but I was drunk.
I can't at all, actually.
Yeah, but I was just like, yeah, man, I remember that one time. I forget where we were going, but I just remember we were like by Cobb's Creek. If you in Southwest Philadelphia, you know where Cobb's Creek is. Uh-huh. And we was driving by there, and I remember he said that to me, and it always kind of stuck in my head. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like honestly, like if it all ends today, like I'm not worried about being the best. Like that's not my thing, but that's what I'm trying to do. You know, if that makes sense. You know
yeah, well, no, dude, I totally agree with that.
Like that's not like I won't be like upset if people don't think I'm the best, because music is, first of all, music is art. It's you know, it's suggestive. So it's like nobody can be the best. It doesn't really make sense.
It's completely impossible.
Exactly. So it's like I'm not gonna, and I feel a lot of artists get like caught into that. Why aren't people saying I'm the best?
Biggie versus Tupac, Van Gogh versus Picasso. It's
you
like,
know what I'm saying?
dude,
So
it's completely like, subjective, objective,
yeah,
however you want to call
like,
it.
I don't need that, but like that's what I'm trying to be. That if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, well, I feel like in that sense, it's like if you can sit down in the end of the day and be like, let's say you got 24 hours to live, and be like, I put my best foot forward in regards to what I want to do. That's what you're talking about. It's in terms you're putting your best foot forward in terms of what you aspire to be, and that's like, dude, I want to praise. Look, I had someone on last night who is a professional marathon runner at this point, and look, I want to praise, and he works at a running store, and dude, you're someone who's performing, you know, opening up for the likes of Currency, releasing great tracks with, you know, the likes of, shout out to 6 Foot Scotty again. Yeah. But dude, that's freaking awesome. You're turning your passion into a profession, and everyone always, in the end of the day, like when we get older, we get these anxieties about, you know, what we're doing in life and about paying taxes. But I think one of the most powerful things that a human being can do, whether it's guy, girl, short, small, rich, poor, green, brown, black, white, orange, to turn your passion into a profession is something that you should aspire to at least try to do in your life. Yeah. Because that's a way to live with no regrets.
Yeah, that's definitely important. And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. I feel like a lot of people aren't driven to do that just because it's not profitable right away. So they, you know what I'm saying? Like real life hits you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of what happened to me when I first started making music. Yeah. Like, you know, I was making music in college. I had to come home because, you know, some shit happened at home. Uh-huh. And so I had to leave college early, and, you know, life hit you. So it's like, I don't have time to be making music. I gotta keep the lights on. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like literally, we had to keep the lights on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
what's more important?
Right. Well, that's why my little label is called Lights on La Familia.
Oh yeah, yo, shouts out! I should have done that at the very beginning. No,
big shout out to Lights on La Familia. That's why I named it that, because like we went through a period where we didn't have no lights in the crib. You feel me? Wow. Like our whole house was like hooked up to a generator in the back. It was so fucking dangerous when I look back at it. But we had like a generator, a gasoline generator. We had fucking extension cords running through the whole crib, lighting up everything, like all the lights.
Is there a propane tank somewhere in the mix? I mean, jeez Louise.
Bro, yo, shit's crazy, right? Looking back, I'm like, well, what the? And it was just the generator in the summertime. In the wintertime, oh gosh, we had a kerosene tank to provide the heat and heat up the water and shit like that. You feel me? So wow. It's like, I'm looking back at that shit like, yo, what the fuck, though? We could have just woke up one day like on fire. You know what I'm saying?
No, or you could have just, I mean, not to be too morbid, but you could have just not woken up.
Exactly.
I mean, just on the real.
Exactly, you feel me? And we used to run that, like, we tried not to run the generator like overnight, but like sometimes we just ran that shit overnight. So motherfuckers would sleep, you know what I'm saying? Like, woke up, like, what the fuck? But yeah, I remember, like, you know what I'm saying, that's why, like, my immediate family was really close to me, because we got really close at that time. You feel me? Like, I remember me and my brother had walking to the gas station to go get gasoline for the generator. You feel me? But I'm not gonna make it seem like I had a super grimy hard life. It was like a period of time. You feel me? Like for most of my life, we were like lower middle class.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have roaches like the whole time I was growing up. You know what I'm saying? It was just like a period in my life. I don't want to give the impression that I was you know what I'm saying, in the hood my whole life. You
But
feel me?
irregardless, I mean, being at one point at that low where you're, running the gas station for gasoline for a generator, the bounce back ability, man, is.
And shout out. All right, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're all good.
Shout out my cousin Danny.
Shout out to
You
Danny.
feel me? Because he locked down right now, but we gonna get him out. You feel me? They talking about 2030. That's not gonna happen. I'm speaking into existence. We gonna get him out before that.
Hey, free Danny.
Free Danny till it's Danny free. But yeah, fucking I remember we didn't have no lights at the crib, and fucking he used to let me come to his crib and let me shower and shit because I played football and basketball and shit. Like we didn't have no water either, so it's like I'm coming home sweating and shit like that. Like I need a shower. You feel me? Like,
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? So he let me go in, shower and shit, stay over there sometimes. I didn't want to stay over there all the time. You feel me? But
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he definitely looked out. Like that's why people like. I don't think people understand how close like me and Danny is. Like that was like really my brother. You feel me? So it's like when he went in, like that shit. That's one of the songs on Family Game.
Is that Commissary?
Commissary and Running Rebel. Running Rebel goes into Commissary.
Yeah, okay.
They're both about him. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Yeah, so like
those are both powerful.
and,
tracks.
and I wrote those when he first went in. You know what I'm saying? Like he should have been out by now, but it was some bullshit with like his paperwork and like some other shit. So now he was literally supposed to be out on before his birthday. His birthday's October 26th. He was supposed to be out. So like a couple weeks ago, he was supposed to be out.
So
Yeah, so like it was some bullshit with his paperwork or whatever. So like literally, I literally just wrote a rap like Danny's free, this that. Oh no, on the
Stop.
on the Spider Senses joint. Oh no, not Spider Senses. On Stranger Things, the line where I was like when Danny's free, so we ain't going back to trapping, bro. The line was Danny's free. The line was like Danny's free, we ain't going back to trapping, bro. Like saying Danny's free, we ain't going back to trapping, cause yeah, whatever. But yeah. So like I had to change that line because I got the news. I was like, yeah, they talking about 2030 or whatever. But we're gonna get some shit. Like there's some bullshit with paperwork. We're gonna figure it out though. But shout out to Danny, man.
Yeah, shout out to Danny. Hey, shout out to the Free Danny movement. We're gonna get that hashtag started.
Show Free Danny.
That's gonna be main. We'll fuck that. That sounds. Look, we don't need to get into a deep thing about it, but I think we both agree on the fact that I went to law school.
Yeah.
At Hastings, shout out to San Francisco and Hastings, but at the same time, the law is what they call antiquated, which it's bullshit. The fact that a normal person can't understand the law and that it treats different people differently based on their creed, color, and background is bullshit.
And it's not even that. Like, I mean, it is that, but it's like, all right.
It's how much money you got is the main thing, though.
It's like once you get in, all right, you break the law. All right, cool.
No doubt.
Once you get in, you got to do the time. They say you got to do the time. But it's all the bullshit that follows after that. I'm talking about like probation, the little shit, incidences that you get in jail. They want to add shit. Like, it's all the bullshit after that to keep people institutionalized. And I don't want to get too political right now.
No,
I'm already upset.
hey, dude. No. I mean, I think we're in the same point of that. Like, one of my best friends in San Diego, like was on probation for something that he did for like five freaking years. It's like, dude, what, like that you could, he could just get pulled over and just be doing something randomly and just go back to jail on a straight sentence.
That could be a whole separate podcast.
Oh yeah, the violation of probation podcast. Oh yeah,
that's a whole separate.
Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, back to the matter at hand.
To end that free Danny hashtag that.
Yeah. Oh, all day we're gonna put that. Yeah, free Danny and make Danny free. That's the move. Dude. So yeah, how about this one? I'll bring up a funny line that I heard. I think it's
a lighter note.
Eating ramen, bumping Paramore. This is off of Toxins. Talk to me about that.
Did you catch that though?
I liked that. I did catch that.
Did you catch that though?
I did catch that.
Because Paramore is signed by Fueled Ramen.
I see where you go. But tell the people because I get it. But
well, the line.
It's brilliant. It's next level.
The line was because the line before that was like empty me, lacking empathy. I used to care more, but now me and Ramen bumping Paramore. Like basically like saying like I don't care. Like you doing whatever you like I said, that bullshit happened in Santa Cruz and like when you get hurt, you know what I'm saying? Like a person close to you hurts you. like I always heard like, oh, it makes you cold and people get like it, but like that really like that shit cuts deep and it really makes you cold. It's like that's what I'm saying. Like now it's like it's hard to like even feel empathy. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't like I have a heart. Like I have to remind myself to care sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I care about my family deeply. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
But like unless like we have a connection, it's hard to like really care for you. It's like.
Well, and the trust factor is even probably more. I mean, the trust. I mean, like trust and care. Like those are two intertwined things.
Yeah. So now it's like, all right, you saying all this. All right, you telling me this. You crying about this. Whatever. I'm just eating ramen bump Paramore because I like Paramore. Like, whatever you want. But,
oh man.
Yeah, no, that was a dope line. I like
well,
that.
The other great line from that one is not that they're all not great, but the other.
I got a couple ones in that one.
Bow and arrow. Pharaoh Toombs, Laura Crofton.
Nicki Minaj, that's how you use a Laura Crofton line. Motherfucking
School.
Laura Bencroft. I like Nicki Minaj. Honestly, I was one of the first in my hood to put everybody on Nicki Minaj. Like everybody's like, who's this rap trying to be? Not. I was one of the first to be on Nicki Minaj. I was one of the first to be on a lot of motherfuckers around my way. But anyway.
Shout out to Nicki.
Shout out to Nicki, but goddamn, Laura Bencroft, what does that mean? Can you explain that?
No.
Laura Bencroft?
I don't
Can the Barb explain that? We can't. Laura Bencroft. That's how you use the Laura. It just made me mad. That's what I was thinking about when I wrote it. I was like, this is how you use the Laura Crofton line. Because I said Pharaoh's tomb, Laura Crofton, like, you know how she goes in the tombs?
Yeah.
Then the line after that, I said, I need gold on my body. That's why I'm in the tombs, looking for the gold. Like, connect it. Make it make sense. Nicki, goddamn it.
Dude.
Nicki's good, though. Shout out to Nicki and Cardi.
Hey, shout out to Nicki and Cardi B doing your thing. You know, I really gotta... Dude, the other thing I really want to ask about, too, is, you know, a reoccurring theme in your music other than, like, that great stuff that we talked about earlier, like family. Consistency is obviously a big one for you.
So
I know
you see
that.
I'm rocking the orange because episode 2 is out right now. Go cop episode 2. Episode 3 is out whenever I feel like putting it out.
So tune in for that. We'll post it when it comes out.
And I just played him a record off of episode 3. I think he gave a cosign. Oh, that one's got... I don't mean to jump ahead, but episode 3 got a verse from the homie Joey Fats from Long Beach. Shout out Joey Fats.
I gotta take notes with this thing on that.
He came through. He came through with the verse and he snapped. He snapped with that shit. But episode 3 on the way. That's called The Beast. Episode 3 gonna be called The Beast.
Hey, and it is a complete beast.
Yeah.
Dude, so talk to me a bit about... Yeah, I know you named a couple of tracks after it. You also talk about it in a couple of your quotes. Shimbalas. What's the significance? I believe it's a brace.
Yeah,
it's a bracelet, right?
It's a type of bracelet. Shimbalas was one of my records. It was like the first record that I made that like got like a lot of attention for me. You know what I'm saying? For like a little artist from Delaware, like. A bunch of blogs posted it, like fucking...
Dude, dope.
Yeah, like a lot of... And this was back in like 2012, but like back when blogs was popping, a lot of big blogs posted that shit, you feel me? Like got mad views, like I didn't even expect that shit.
That's just nasty. The first one, Shimbalas...
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's...
I can see why.
Yeah, so it was dope, and like the meaning behind it was... it wasn't so much the bracelet. I should have worn mine, but I forgot it. But it wasn't so much the bracelet, it was like... And it was inspired actually by Wale. I'll get into that in a little bit, but it was like, yeah, it was like it's not that I wanted the bracelet. It was what the bracelet represented. It was like you worked so hard to get this bracelet, and it's like now you have it. Because that's all I really wanted. I just wanted because a lot of people were wearing them at the time.
Yeah.
The Shimbalas, but I wanted a black
diamond.
You feel me? So I just thought that was cool, and it was like it wasn't so much like I want that. It was like if I trade this dream and this dollar, like the dreams and the money that I put into this to get that, you know what I'm saying? So like that's where that came from, and it was inspired by Wale, the song 600 Bins. That song is so hard, but a lot of people don't understand what he was talking about, and I feel like we were talking about the same type of thing. Like I don't think he was talking about it. He might have been, but I didn't take it that way. I was like, I don't think he just wants a 600 bins, just have a 600 bins. Like it's like what the work that he put in. It's like
symbolizing the struggle.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, and cars are a little different. That's why I wanted like with like a bracelet or a watch, because it's like you can always wear that and always be reminded, like even when you get down. That's why I tatted this on my hands. You feel me? Like
What's that say?
Oh, it's a Bible verse. It says, "Let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded." Wow. Just to remind you, like, you know what I'm saying, like you can take it a couple different ways. Let not your hands be weak it translates a couple different ways, like don't worry, you know what I'm saying, like don't be weary of what's going on, you know what I'm saying, because your work shall be rewarded. But like you can also take it as let not your hands be weak, like don't not work, you know what I'm saying. That's how I like to take it, like
that's
always be working, you know what I'm saying, like let not your hands be weak, for your work shall be rewarded.
That's
you know
powerful.
what I'm saying? It definitely helps. Like there's like when I was going through my shit, when I was like really depressed, like there were some days where I was like pissed, like why did I get this shit? Why the fuck did I tattoo my hands? I'm just gonna be working a regular job. If I get fired from this job, I'm not gonna be able to get another job because I got these dumbass tattoos on my hands. But like when I got my passion back, shout out to God, because he gave my passion back. Then he just reminded me like everything happens for a reason. It's like I'm super glad I have these. Like I look at them every day and be like I love them. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Yeah, so it reminds me all the time. It's like you have to keep working. You know what I'm saying? Even when I get tired, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when like working other job, like 12-hour shifts or whatever, like 5 to 5s, you gotta like, all right, keep working. You know what I'm saying? Like, just do something. You know what I'm saying? You have to work every day. Segue, because my brain works like this.
Beautiful.
Shout out to BoJack Horseman on Netflix.
Oh yeah, dude.
That show changed my life, bro.
Did it really? Yo, so that's an interesting call. It's about a horse, essentially a failed actor who's going through depression.
He wasn't failed. He was successful.
Oh yeah, exactly. He had everything in the
He was like Bob Saget if Bob Saget got like a drug and alcohol addiction. Like after what was that show? All in the house. House and Family. Full House. So after Full House, because Full House is like mad successful.
All in the House.
Never mind. I was about to make a Bill Cosby joke.
Oh, don't do it.
No, that's not. No, but I'll stick with Bob Saget. So basically, if anybody who hasn't seen, BoJack Horseman, is basically Bob Saget from Full House, but after the 90s, he like fell off and got like a drug and alcohol addiction, and the show is like showing him trying to get back into relevance and fulfill his dreams and battle his demons. But like I relate so much to that goddamn horse, you don't understand.
Really?
Yes, bro. Like it's just like the things that he struggles with and I struggle with, or like, it was that show's super depressing, by the way.
But like, yeah, but I think that also speaks though not only to the power of like not only media but TV, but also it speaks to the influence of television and movies within your music. Yeah. I mean, it clearly means like, super, dude, that's really cool.
I've always been like that. Like I have a record. I'll play it for you after this. Like I have records back in like college when I was sampling movies and stuff. Like I love that shit. Like I love when rappers did it. Like American Gangster by Jay-Z. That's my favorite Jay-Z album. That's my favorite Jay-Z album.
Dude, it's Blue Magic on that?
But wait. It's right. I have to say this because people might get mad because it's right up there with the Black Album. Like it's Black Album and American Gangster because I love Black Album. Like I can listen to that shit.
And what's it called?
That's all we listen
to.
Part 2
though. Part 2 is insane too. The album. He has it's the Part 1, Part 2.
Which one? The Blueprint.
Yeah, Blueprint Part 2 is insane.
Yeah, I like the Blueprint. I like the first Blueprint.
Of course, that's a classic. But anyway, yeah, dude, Blue Magic. I mean, that goes along with American Gangster. Shout out to Denzel Washington because that might be one of that is a very underrated. I feel like that somehow got lost in the mix.
I feel movies. I feel like you're right.
Common kills it in that.
Idris Elba's in it. A lot of people don't know that.
Yo. Hey,
see,
can Idris Elba please be? I fuck with Idris heavy. Mm-hmm. I'm from DC. I watched The Wire when it was first coming out. Like I was young as hell and didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Can I say, the white people love The Wire.
What is it about white people that just dig the? It's like white and Asian people just. I understand about the
fucking love The Wire, bro.
Yo, dude, we fuck with that.
I mean, the
Dude.
wire is good.
Hey.
Y'all just like it a lot.
Dude, you know what's even bigger though? Hey, I'm half Jewish. Jews. Oh, we be digging on the wire.
The wire?
We just. Ooh, interesting inner city dialogue.
I think that's what it is. It's like, yo, it's like a fucking science fiction movie to y'all. It's like, I could never imagine this. You know what I'm saying?
Oh god. I mean, me personally, dude, I went to the first ever school I went to was a public school in DC.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the DC public school system, but there was stories already when we were in like 5th grade or in 4th grade about when we went to middle school that you could pay like $1 for a girl to give you head in the halls of Hardy.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, no, there was like word on the street, like yeah, it was like. But then I moved overseas and went to like a private school and it was just totally different.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It totally The Wire for a lot of cats was like just a world totally separate from them, where they're like, and now the man is going to call his connect to get a larger amount of crack.
Yeah, it's like, I mean. It's like I said, I didn't grow up like in the super hardcore hoods of Delaware, you feel me? But it's like, I didn't think it was so, because my dad's from Philly, Southwest, you know what I'm saying? So I frequented, you know what I'm saying? My dad's wild, yo. He used to just like take me, because I was heavy in basketball, so he used to just take me to basketball courts and just drop me off. Like, yo, tell him you got next, and just dip. I'm like, what? I'm 7.
East Coast basketball court saying you got next is
like,
gnarly.
Yo, tell him you got next. I'm like, what? I mean, that makes you tougher though, but like.
So you probably, I mean, shit. So let me ask you about your game then, your basketball game.
I'm trash. I'm trash.
But you got, I bet though, in your prime though,
trash.
You got no shot, but you can take it to the hole.
Trash.
And you got solid defense.
Honestly, around the hood, around the way, I was alright. But like high school and stuff like that, nah, trash.
For real?
Yeah. Nah, but I played with some really good players though. Like shout out to Dean, shout out Mir.
Dude, yeah.
Shout out Angelo Blackson. Like I played with some like good actual players.
And also that we're on Newcastle. Shout out to Devin Smith.
Oh yeah. Shout out to him too.
Yeah.
But yeah, like fucking nah.
Yeah. I did.
Not my thing. Around the way, like when I was comfortable. Yeah, like I said, free Danny. Shout out Danny. They wouldn't let, like, there was a period of time where they wouldn't let me and him be on the same team, because it's like, nah. Like, that's like LeBron. That's like LeBron and KD on the same team. Like, nah. We not doing that.
Well, dude, I think, you know what I think might happen is, I think Anthony Davis might come to the Lakers.
I hear that. I think it would too, but I don't think it makes sense for Anthony Davis.
I don't either. I think he's a small market guy who's a huge market within a small market.
Yeah, but like, and that's the thing about markets, because like Paul George like disproved that whole fucking concept to me.
Completely.
Because it's like some players just don't give a fuck about, because you don't really need a strong market these days. Like going back to like rappers with social media and shit like that, you can be they can put a fucking team in Alaska, and if Steph Curry's on it, he's still gonna sell out fucking jerseys and shoes.
Yeah, dude.
So it's like it doesn't. But anyway, we were talking about American Gangster.
Yeah.
And how it's my favorite album, and how I think that was one of the first albums where I really started appreciating like the movie samples and like doing all that. Like that's what I was kind of like gearing like a night at the movies around. Something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, a night at the movies, first of all, it sounds...
It's gonna be hard.
Like it's gonna be fucking amazing. Hey,
you heard 900.
Yeah, oh... Dude, I mean, that, first of all, Paid in Full is one of the most underrated, underwatched movies of all time. That's a movie where, like, the cats who watch, like, The Wire and think that they understand everything, go and watch Paid in Full. You kind of get a bigger vibe about...
Yeah, no. That's a good one, though.
Paid in Full is really cool.
And I wrote that sober, too. I remember writing that.
Did you really?
Yep, downstairs just knocking that shit out, like, boom, 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 boom.
Dude.
Yeah.
So... the thing that the thing I also want to ask you about is your beat selection is clearly phenomenal. And again, I shout out to any of the producers. You know, we're talking about 6 Foot Scotty, no doubt, of course.
Shout out 6 Foot Scotty, my guy.
Exactly. But how important to you is beat selection, and how influential is do you hear the beat and then develop the song, or do you hear how does that work for you?
90% of the time I hear the beat first, but there's some times where I have an idea already where it's already been inspired by something. But 90% of the time I'll hear a beat and then I'll think of like, oh shit, that scene in Stranger Things, that would fit here. Or like that scene in Fresh Prince would fit here. Like I hear the beat and I'll be like, oh yeah, that'll be dope right there. And then I'll come up with the concept and then the bars follow afterwards. Well, usually the hook, I learned this from TDE, Schoolboy Q, hooks first. And he's successful, so I listen to him. So I try to do the hooks first, but sometimes I can't come up with the hooks, so I do the verse. And then, like I said earlier, they usually become the hooks. So
that was one. Yeah, exactly. You were saying
production super important as well as engineering. Super important. I'm blessed to have fucking 6 Foot Scotty, my guy, my day one. Like, people don't understand. When I get it how I get it, Scotty's gonna be taking care of his mama. His little bunny that he has a bunny in his house.
No, he doesn't.
Creeps me out a little bit. Yeah.
You got a bunny?
He has a bunny in his crib where we record at. We recorded a couple of
joints in the crib. Hopping around?
Just hopping around. He doesn't move too much. He doesn't bother me too much. But like sometimes he'll. Wish I could remember his name. But like sometimes he'll make really sudden movements.
Oh hell no,
bro. That shit is scary, bro. That shit's creepy.
I'm scared of animals.
It's like a piece of furniture just moving. Like, that's how it feels like. That shit's scary as fuck. But yeah, shout out to Scotty. We're gonna take care of him after we get it how we need to get it. But yeah, like, yo, real quick story. I met him in at LaSalle when I was at school at LaSalle. It was weird. Like, we both was had this accounting class together. But before we even knew that, he was looking at books and I was looking at books. We were looking for the same book. And I was like, financial accountant? He was like, yeah, like, that's all I said. I was like, yeah, I gotta take that shit too. Whoop-de-whoop, whatever. And then after that, like, he's like 6'4", you know what I'm saying? So I was sitting down.
It was 6'4", Scotty, more like.
Yeah, well, I don't even know. Yeah.
But anyway, sorry.
But no. So I was sitting in financial accounting, and then here this tall motherfucker comes in, walks in. And I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So he comes by, and then I think like that first day after that, we were walking back to to get lunch, and he was saying how he make beats or whatever, and that's when I was first thinking about like fucking with music, and I was like, oh, I dabble in the raps, you know what I'm saying? So we made a couple records, made a couple records in his closet at LaSalle, and then after that, like, we just been working ever since then. Like, it's been years, you feel me? Like, that's my bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, even through all these times where like when I was like depressed and I wasn't making music, like, I was just waiting for the call for him to be like, all right, like, I'm done taking you serious, because obviously, like, you're going through some things. Like, I kept, like, every time he would call me, but it was never that. Like, he was always like motivating, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, well, you know what I'm saying? Even though I feel like, because I never really told him what I was going through, but I feel like he always knew something was going on. So, like, he never gave up on me. And I was, like, waiting for the call, like, because that was going to be it. When Scotty gave up on me, it was Scotty and Danny. And Danny was in jail.
Scotty, Danny, and your brother, too. Your brother, the artist.
I mean, he's...
But, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, that's family, so, you know what I mean?
Family can't.
I could be, like, 52, and they'd be like, all right... You know what I mean? The next one's gonna get him. The next one, you keep trying. But I was waiting for like Danny or Scotty to be like, nah, bro, like, it's over. You know what I'm saying? But he was never like that. He was just always like motivational, and I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause he has no idea. Like, when he sees this, he'll understand. But like, he has no idea. Like, even like just calling me and being like, well, you know what I'm saying? We can do this or that. Like, just like being optimistic about the whole music thing, just helped me out a lot. Like, just getting through shit. You know
Words probably can't even put into.
No, hell no. So I gotta get
big fucking shout out, like heavy shout out.
Yeah, but that was a long way of saying that engineering is super important, and he does a great job. Like, even if he doesn't, he's very selective on the music that he likes. So like, even if I give him a song that he doesn't like he'll still like put 110% in making sure like it's the best sounding. You know what I'm saying? Like even like, cause like I said, he's very like picky. Like, just an example, like No Juice on the orange one. He wasn't the biggest fan of that, but he still did his thing to make sure it sounded crispy.
Sounds crispy as hell.
Like, shout out to Scotty. And imagine like mixing something for hours that you don't particularly like listening to, but he still does it. So shout out to him, man.
Well, I think that's like the power of, like, I think, you know, it's a corny line, but corny lines are corny lines for a reason. You are who you surround yourself with, and it sounds like you've surrounded yourself with just excellent people across the board. And look, I mean, to that nature, you said, still remember where it came. Got some real friends. I can name some.
That was on last winter.
That was on last winter. So, dude, do a long, I want some shout outs.
Shout outs of friends. I can name some. Y'all see this Bombay here. So y'all know I've been drinking. So if I forget y'all, don't take it personally.
Dude, take your time. Tell us what.
Friends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave out family because there's too many of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all know my family knows I fuck with them.
It's all love.
So family, y'all good. That's one group shout out. I gotta say Danny. I have to say Danny.
Again, no doubt.
I gotta say Scotty. I gotta say Drew, even though we're not cool anymore, but Drew always held me down. I gotta say Mac from back on the South. He was one of the first ones to be like, yo, you got something. Turt, he was one of the second ones to be like, you got something. Mo, like I said, shout out to Mo, shout out to Allen. They all held me down. This is back on the South. I'm trying to go in the chronological order of when I started making music. So I was college. Then I came back to Delaware. Shout out to Ty Pete. That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? He held it down at the crib. Don Diesel, Wani. Shout out to Wani. Shout out to Rel. I can't think of nobody else that I didn't have to beg to repost my music. So we're gonna move to the Bay. Shout out to Ocky. Shout out to Chapman did it. He's the one that does my photos and my videos and shit. He did the last two videos. He did Toxins and he did the one that's coming out. It's gonna be No Juice with me and Aki. We already shot that video. We actually shot those two videos the same night. Knocked them out.
Really?
Yeah. 2 days. Pulling two. That night is crazy, bro. But let me finish my shout outs first.
We'll ask you about that after.
Okay.
That's a good...
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Chat. Shout out to Sino. Shout out to got a bunch of names. Caesar from fucking Hillen. Shout out to Aki, of course, my man Aki. My man 100 grand. Shout out Ray, my man 100 grand. Shit, I feel like I'm forgetting a whole bunch of people from the Bay. But y'all know I fucking love y'all, so
it's all love.
It's all love. You know what I'm saying? If I forgot you, just hit me and we're gonna do another episode. So,
oh yeah,
you know
dude.
What I'm saying? This the homie, so I
appreciate that a lot.
For sure, bro. I think we should do one right before I wrap up this season.
Dude,
or
definitely.
After I wrap it up. Just to summarize it.
That'd be great.
That would be dope.
Yeah, talk about everything that went into it.
I feel like we're doing a lot of off-camera stuff on camera, but I feel like we should do that. But if I forgot you, I'll catch you on the second round, so don't worry about it.
No doubt. We'll catch you 2 times on the second round, you know?
And, shout out to Jazz.
Hey, big shout out to Jazz. And then again, dude.
And she held me down.
Yeah. Dude, so look, the one thing I want to talk to you about, being a 90s kid myself, you talk about in Smile I believe that's off Family Game Night.
Smile's on the first episode of Color of Sound Theory.
Well, there you go. I'm looking like an idiot here.
No, it's like I put out a lot of songs, so it's it's hard.
Yeah. No, but Smile, you talk about the influence of being a 90s kid.
Mm-hmm.
I just just speak briefly on that. I'm really proud of being a 90s kid myself.
When were you born?
91.
92.
92. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it just I was a big cause I lived in Dover for a period of time, and out there it's it was really nothing really to do. There was no kids my age, so it's in the mornings it's instead of going out and play, I would go out and play, but it would be by myself, so it would be whack. So I would go, I would wake up early and watch the Sunday or Saturday cartoons. Watch all them. I would record them on VHSs. Matter of fact,
Stop.
My grandmama. Shout out my grandma. She still has VHSs that I recorded back then.
Of what? Which ones?
Of Kids WB. Of all that.
WB shit. Was the shit back in all the Looney Tunes.
Animaniacs, all that shit. She still got a couple tapes. You feel me? Power Rangers, all that shit. So I would watch it. You should do
a cartoon tape almost. Okay, I see you got one. You take it already.
Relax. So we did so I would watch all that shit and then I would just go outside and let my imagination run wild and play what I just saw. I'd be a Beetleborg and shit like that. Beetleborgs is underrated. I don't know if you watch Beetleborgs.
Watch Beetleborgs.
Hella underrated.
I watched Beetleborgs.
It's probably whack as shit right now if I watched it. But Beetleborgs was underrated. I'm trying to think of just some 90s shit. What'd you watch?
Rocket Power.
Rocket Power was hard. You finally
coming
contributed.
through in the clutch.
Finally, goddamn. Fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, dude, just absolutely Steph Currying it in the fourth quarter. How about Dragon Ball Z? Ninja Turtles.
Wait. Who's your favorite Dragon Ball Z character?
It totally. I was a Piccolo.
No.
I was a Piccolo guy.
Piccolo?
I was a Piccolo guy.
Alright,
Krillin and Piccolo were
Krillin
my.
and Piccolo?
I like the guys who are the off. I still fuck with
Bro.
Vegeta though.
My guy was Trunks. You wanna know why?
Ooh, Trunks is the boy.
Do you wanna know why
Why is Trunks your boy?
Because for like the whole last season before we got Trunks, we were worried about fucking Frieza. Frieza was fucking shit up. Frieza was killing everybody. Frieza was the fucking. We was worried about Frieza.
27 stages of that asshole.
Bro,
Just when you beat him, there was another.
it was 19 episodes of Frieza. Then this motherfucker comes in for the future, like, oh, y'all worried about Frieza? Whoop, 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 whoop. Chop that motherfucker up.
He had the sword. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, fair.
I said, hold on.
With the purple hair.
I said, how is Trunks not the GOAT if we was worried about Frieza this whole time? Frieza comes back, Trunks comes in, chops that motherfucker up in 3 seconds. How is y'all not worshiping this motherfucker?
Trunks.
Frieza almost destroyed the whole earth, and Trunks just came back like, oh, that's y'all problem? Y'all want me to handle that? Anybody else y'all need me to handle while I'm here?
That's amazing. Absolutely.
Trunks was the
You
man.
just
But
basically.
besides Trunks, Pycon. Pycon is a deep cut. But a lot of people don't know that.
I like that.
Pycon's my guy, man. There was one Dragon Ball Z game on PlayStation that put him on there, and I used to fuck motherfuckers up with Pycon. That little tornado fire shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
the boy one.
Pycon's my shit.
Pycon is a boy, dude. You basically just broke down. I mean, you basically broke down Dragon Ball Z.
I basically broke down why Trunks the GOAT.
He might be. I don't think he might be anymore.
He's top 3 because they always overpower Goku. Every time we get in trouble, we gotta go Super Saiyan 8, and Goku's the only one that can do it.
His hair gets blonder and longer.
Jesus, I mean, can Trunks get one? Can he be the hero again?
Well, the cool
He got one time to be the hero.
Exactly.
And then they made him a kid.
And the Trunks, when he started
Go
blending
Ten.
with the others.
That's what I'm saying, though. They let him. I don't want to get into it. That's a whole nother podcast.
You're totally right, dude. So that's that's so true. I've never really thought about it like that. The another cartoon, it was like obviously the Scrooge McDuck ones were crazy.
Yeah.
But
I used to have those on VHS.
yeah, dude, that's hilarious. That would be such a blast to be able to see like the VHSs that your grandma.
You know what I'm thinking about? I want to put like a mixtape, but on the VHS. Like, I think that would be hard,
dude.
Or like I'm not even gonna say it on camera. Never mind. I just got a good idea. We'll talk about.
Hey, we'll talk about this. Yo, just think. Think VHSs mixed with mix. Dude, we're gonna bring some old school shit back. Look, this has been great. I think we've basically broken it down pretty heavy.
I think we did too.
I think we did. So look, I think we're gonna, head it into the 10 quickfire questions just to finish it off, my man. If that's cool with you.
All right, let me take a shot real quick.
Dude, let's look. I think I'll join you in that if that's cool.
Shout out to Bombay. Shout out to Wiz Khalifa. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about real quick?
Oh, let's break down one more thing.
One more thing before we end.
Absolutely
My
great.
Inspirations. Fucking.
Oh shit, that's
That's not your fault. That's not your fault.
Inspirations.
We were talking about a lot of things.
Inspiration and influences. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause this just reminded me. I only drink this because of Wiz Khalifa. He always used to drink it in his videos and his day-to-days. And Wiz Khalifa was one of my fucking heroes. He's still one of my heroes. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna carry on the legacy for when he's not here. This is it. And I think he got it from Dr. Dre. So we just carrying the legacy on and on.
Yeah, so shout out to Dre too.
This is for Wiz, and another one is Currency. Obviously, that's the big homie. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, if everything works out, I got something cooking with the homie. We just crossing our fingers and making sure I can get to New Orleans.
Dotting the T's and crossing the I's.
If anybody wants to contribute to my little New Orleans trip and my little idea that I got going on down there.
Dude, if you're not a fool, you will.
Jet life. That's all I gotta say.
Straight up, JLR. You know what, JLR, and look, Fetty. What do you think about? Dude, Fetty was hard.
Bruh, that's a whole nother podcast.
I know,
A lot of music came out. A lot of music came out. But Fetty is hard. Fetty, I think like Freddie Gibbs.
I followed him since he started.
Bro. Like I did too, but it's like I'm just now realizing, cause you know what it is. This is real quick, cause I know we're trying to wrap up. But
no,
like,
dude, it's all dude.
The problem with like
the
problem that I have with a lot of artists, like I listen to them when I'm in a bad place, like when I'm in like depressed mode or like.
And then you associate it with that.
Not
right?
even that. It's
or
just
what?
like I won't even be in a position to like listen to music. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I was going through my shit, like I didn't even listen. Like I couldn't even listen to music. You know what I'm saying? Like it made me mad that I wasn't making music. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like a basketball player that fucks their leg up, and it's like it's hard to watch basketball because it's like I could be doing that.
Just to equate this from something that happened yesterday, one of my buddies, who the guy who runs marathons, he was like, when I can't run, I look at people who are going on jogs, and I want to freaking knock them out. And I was like, he's the most passive guy.
That's exactly how the fuck it was, dog. That's exactly how the fuck I hated all music. Like I couldn't listen. I used to listen to podcasts. That's how I got heavy into podcasts. Because I just listened to like other podcasts because I couldn't hear music. Now I can listen to music all day. Like I've been listening to Roddy Ricch. Like I listen to Roddy Rich's new shit back to back. That's
because you're releasing shit like
hard.
Episode 1, Episode 2, subsequently Episode 3 and 4. I mean, again, people.
Hard shit. Yeah,
that's because you're, you know, you can like.
A lot of Joey Fats, a lot of fucking OMB Peasy, a lot of SOBRBE. But let's get to the influences real quick, then we can wrap it up.
Yeah, dude, the influences. I mean, we talked about this a little bit prior to the podcast, but I know you listen to like kind of the similar stuff that I listen to. But also, what I want you to touch on a bit is how your style is really undefinable in the sense that you sing some really cool stuff. You rap some really West Coast style. You rap some really East Coast style. I mean, I really can't pinpoint what your style is. And I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
Like, you cover all bases.
And I kind of like that because it's like when your first impression is like really important to people. So it's like if they can pinpoint what you do or like what they're going to hear, I feel like it makes them less inclined to come back. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're not initially impressed, it's like, all right, well, that's why I like releasing these episodes in like 3-packs because it's like, all right, the first one was cool. Like, say they listened to the first episode, they like, all right, well, Collisions was cool, but you know, it kind of sounded like Drake or J. Cole, something like that. Then they hear Toxins, which is completely different. Like, they might be like, oh shit. They may be like,
that's more for me.
It's not my favorite. I mean, these first 2 songs, but like. Then they hear the third one, Smile. It's like, oh shit, like I like this one. Like he's really lyrical. Like he added 3 verses. Nobody's rapping 3 verses anymore. Like maybe that'll hit him. And that's why I like doing 3 because it gives me 3 opportunities to catch somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it's been working so far. Like a lot of people have been fucking with it. Like everybody, like every fucking day, somebody be like, oh shit, like this one is hard. And like even when I released the orange one, I still got people hit me up about the yellow one. They're like, yo, fucking Collisions. I'm like. This line on Toxins, I'm like, I don't even remember what the fuck I said on Toxins.
I'm on to
like,
the next one.
I'm on the last one. Like I'm literally working on the last one right now. You feel me? But
dude,
yeah,
that's awesome.
I forget the initial question. I've been drinking.
No, but I mean, it was the influences and inspirations.
Like I said, Wiz for sure. This is why this is like in every video. This is Bombay's probably gonna be in like every video. Currency, of course, is a big homie. Jay-Z, East Coast. He's probably like my favorite rapper, I'd say. Andre 3000 is close second. He might be. It's like 1A, 1B with them. 3 Stacks, Jay-Z.
A lot of your singing stuff actually does like give me a little like Andre vibe.
I love 3 Stacks.
Yeah.
I love 3 Stacks. I wish he would drop a fucking solo album, but we'll see. If I could do any collab project, it would be with 3 Stacks or Kid Cudi.
Wow.
For sure. Or Currency. Those 3. 3 Stacks, Kid Cudi, Currency. For sure.
Dude, well, those are some of the rappers that I'm most fond of in the entire world. So I mean, I can see why I dig your music a lot because you're inherently going to sound like the people you're influenced by.
That's pretty much my influences. Except for Dipset. Shout out to Dipset.
Shout out to Dipset, dude.
And but yeah.
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 Well, dude, let's get into the 10 quick-fire questions.
Take a shot and you.
Yeah,
fire
exactly. Yo, here you go. Let me pass my glass over. Look, so let me give you the rules of the 10 quick-fire.
All right, let's get it.
First rule is that you basically don't have to give a shit about the rules.
Okay.
All right?
I'm with it.
Exactly. The second rule is, even though there's a time limit, there is no time limit. The final rule is that there's no prize and you don't get shit from it.
God damn it.
I wish you did, but you don't. All right. So, you know what? Let's start the timer, folks.
Wait.
Oh, let's stop the timer, folks.
In place of a prize, can I get a handshake?
Dude, of course, absolutely.
That's all I wanted.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
So,
Let's get it.
let's get it. So, the 10 quick fire questions. Let's start the clock, folks. So, look, your favorite rapper right now?
Currency.
Currently, it's Currency. So, if you were a superhero based on your rapping, not based on you, just based on your rapping, who would it be?
The Question.
Wow,
DC.
I like that a lot. So, I know you're a Paid in Full fan, so I gotta ask you, who's the best? You got Ace, Wood Harris, you got Mitch, Money Making Mitch, and Mekhi Phifer, and you got Rico Cameron. Who you picking?
I'm taking Mitch only because. No, I'm taking Boogie. I'm taking Boogie because I relate to him more. Because I was him.
Okay, I like it.
I was him.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage currently? Bombay.
But close second is Rolling Rock. My favorite beer. My favorite beer is Rolling Rock. My favorite hard liquor is. Come on, cuz.
Let's get it in. All right. So, how about your favorite non-rapping musician?
Ooh, shit. Yeah, that was it. Can we come back to that one?
Yeah, we can, or we can do like a right now. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
So if you're an NBA GM and you're starting a team and you have both these players in your prime, who's your point guard? CP3 or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry.
What's your least favorite condiment?
Mayonnaise, for sure.
I figure that's
hate mayonnaise.
by far my least favorite.
For sure, I answered that one quick.
What's your favorite place that you've had a live show?
Sacramento.
Sacramento. I saw that on your Instagram.
Hands fucking down. Yo, Sacramento feels
shout out to
love.
the 916.
Yeah, for sure. Sacramento, what's up?
Exactly. So if aliens do exist, I'm not saying that but if they do, the hypothetical, are they smarter or dumber than us?
I think dumber because... No, I'll say smarter. Because I feel like we're super dumb. Because Trump is our president, so...
We can't be that smart if we...
If they have a president worse than Trump, then...
Then they lose. So, okay. Who... And the final one, before we go back to that, is who wins the ring in the NBA this year?
Oh, I'm going to say Bucks because I'm a Bucks fan.
I love it. I think they have a solid chance.
So let's go back to that question.
Favorite non-rapping musician? It can be right now. It can be right now. There's so many.
Favorite non-rapping? I gotta say, this is gonna sound corny, only because he's so popular now. But it's gotta be, I think it's gotta be Ed Sheeran. But I was on him before he was popping. Like I was on Ed Sheeran like way before he was popping.
Dude.
Like I heard his shit, man. I mean, it's gonna sound corny right now because he's so big, but it's like I was heavy on Ed Sheeran.
Dude, I respect the honesty.
I bought his first and his second album. He put out 3 albums. I bought the orange one, which was the I think it was Plus. And then I don't think I bought blue. I bought the green one. I don't know. He's
an insanely good artist.
He's talented, but it's just like a corny like name to say now, just because he's so popular.
But at the same time, I mean, hey, cliches exist for a reason and stuff like that. You know, they say time is money, but
for a deep cut answer, I'll say "Cute Is What We Aim For," the band.
Okay.
That's a deep cut for people like.
Cute is what we aim for.
Look them up. Look Cursive Curves. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut. If you were into like that kind of sound back in like the early, what was that, 2000s?
It's gotta be.
Yeah, you'll fuck with it.
Dude, so look, hey, I'm gonna take a little quote from you right here. You did a great job on the quick fire questions. I think we got to take this little, I think here. Let me cheers you.
Consistency.
Look, I'm gonna end this off with a quote from a great man right here. This is off the record. Smile. I'm gonna end this before I pull a cow of Kevin Love.
You know.
You know, and look, I want to thank you guys again so much for tuning in to the OddCast. Where stuff that's odd gets the nod. Where great minds link up. Where great minds think alike. Look up my man, JM Vercetti.
Oh, wait.
Oh no, dude! I'm gonna give you the opportunity.
Okay.
No, you got your dude. You got your
Yeah, I got you.
dude. Look up my man JM Vercetti. He took the time to come in. Dude, shout outs to Long Beach. Shout outs to the Bay Area. Shout outs to East Palo Alto, I believe it is. Shout outs to Delaware, whether it be Wilmington in North Carolina or whether it's Delaware. Shout outs to all you. Thank you so much for tuning into the OddCast where stuff that's odd gets the nod. And yo, my man Jay, you gotta tell us again what you got going on right now, how my folks can reach you, give the last shout outs to everyone, and just break it down for us.
So we still running that color sound theory. We dropping episodes. Not gonna give you all a timeline because if I do and I don't reach it, I'm gonna be pissed. But I have a timeline in my head, so just know that the video for episode 2 is coming out, and then episode 3 is coming out shortly after that. Shout out Joey Fats. Shout outs. I got before I came here, I asked people to hit me up on Instagram, let me know what they got coming out.
Dude, please do.
So at little _hick_GBE, he has a new joint out with Rich Boy and Fiend called Hustle Mode. So shout out to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna listen to that right after we get off of this shit.
Hell yeah.
My man Sean Valley, I actually know Sean. He got a new music video called Alone off his 24 EP coming out late next week.
Check that.
Definitely, Sean is a motherfucking monster, and he fucking fucks with Mac Miller like I do. Like we was both hurt over that shit. Sean is a motherfucking
That was
beast.
some bullshit. I'm not gonna
So
lie.
keep fucking grinding. Hold on, let me see what the fuck is going on right here.
Oh yeah, dude, we got.
Oh,
it.
that's a long message. What's the name? Hold on. No.
We got plenty of people still popping though. It's all good. It's all
Yeah.
good.
All right. Shout out to Zeeto93 ZEETO93. He sent me a really long message, and I apologize because I've been drinking, so all the words is running together. Plus, I'm dyslexic. You got a lot of numbers in here.
Shout out to
don't
him.
laugh because you know it's true. But shout out to you. Like if I get another chance, I'm gonna shout you out and everything that you said. But
No doubt.
just look out for him. I'm sure he's got some shit out. I just can't read it all right now.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to my man Ocky. He got some shit coming out. He says he doesn't, but he's got some shit coming
Aki's
out.
over in Detroit. You said is that
He's in
right?
Detroit right
Yeah.
now. Shout out to Chapman. He's always dropping shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the shooter. Shout out to my brother. He does all the artwork. I'm
And
trying to
again,
think.
who the heck we got it free again?
Free Danny. Shout out Joey Fats and Free Danny till Danny free. That's all it is.
So, dude, let me tell you, man, that was a great interview. You did a great job on the 10 quick fire questions.
I know.
And
I wish I had.
Hey, what's the prize though? Is that big handshake and
big handshake
hey, I say we just walk it on out.
for sure, man. It was a pleasure.
Pleasure.
Let's get a little weird. Let's get a little odd. Those sounds you like to hear. We got it going on. It's the OddCast. It's the OddCast. It's the OddCast. It's the OddCast.